every single day, and this is one of them days where I kind of wish I didn't learn this. However, as it pertains to Obama, someone should be covering the story with Ben Shapiro.
Well, folks, what if I told you that there was a biographer of Barack Obama who uncovered a bunch of bombshells about him years ago, and the media just ignored all those bombshells? Well, that's precisely what happened. There's a massively important interview over at Tablet Magazine, which is a great website that's worth a read. They did an interview with a historian named David Garrow, who wrote a Pulitzer Prize-winning biography of Martin Luther King. And then in 2017, he had a biography of Barack Obama in his early years, and it was called Rising Stars. By all rights, it should have been like a massive hit, this book, because it actually uncovered a bunch of stuff about Obama that the media never would have covered. Like, for example, the fact that in Dreams from My Father, which is almost entirely fictionalized, apparently, according to David Garrow, that when Barack Obama wrote his first memoir, Dreams from My Father, he has an incident where he broke up with a white girlfriend, supposedly because she couldn't understand why he wanted to get in touch with his black identity. And what actually happened is that she broke up with him because he was covering for raving black anti-Semites.
Oh, wow.
That's what David Garrow uncovered. Media never checked into it. They never found the girlfriend. They never dug into anything remotely related to Barack Obama. By the way, other revelations included in this book were actual handwritten letters from Barack Obama to one of his girlfriends, talking about his, and it's a direct quote, repeatedly fantasizing about making love to men. I mean, that's pretty bombshell kind of stuff, no?
Yeah.
Wild and salacious. None of it
snap.
any coverage at the time. But why? And the answer is because the media, when Barack Obama rose to the presidency, and as he made that rise, the media decided that they were now the actual Praetorian Guard. They were always biased to the left, but there's certainly a level of baseline honesty that required them to still report on things. And then Barack Obama rose to the level of the presidency, and every institution was weaponized on behalf of this man personally. That's actually what happened. The entire comedic institutional structure, for example, said it is forbidden to make jokes about Obama. You cannot make jokes about this absolutely.
Why are you not investing in tax liens?
Can't make jokes about Obama. Sometimes I can't sleep because it means so much to me what's going on. I hate to bring it back up, but I will until people understand. When I interned in Albany, I must have been awake back then because I realized what was going on, like how bad it was. One of the girls I believe she was in she was in a Democrat's office at first. Came up to me. I'm not sure why she came up to me and she says, I don't know what to do. My assemblyman that I'm interning for asked me, the girl's younger than me. She's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Hawaiian girl, curly black hair, the shape every woman wishes she had, and gorgeous girl. But she came up to me in my office and asked, what do I do? My assemblyman asked me my figures, her the old-fashioned, like, 34, 24, 36 hourglass figure of a woman. He asked her that. What was her figure numbers? That poor girl had it twice. Because then about a month later, the next office that they put her into, she was again kind of sexual. I don't remember the second story. I really don't. But I know it happened to her twice. And it definitely happened to me once. I was having trouble with my roommates. They were both younger men, and I helped them out as much as I could, as I think women were just, even at any age, women are just a little more mature, a little more sensible. We were in our early 20s living, like college kind of stuff. Having this big adventure in Albany and interning and stuff. And we lived maybe 2 blocks away down the block from the Capitol. But I was having problems, so I remember crying somewhere. I was somewhere in the Capitol crying, And the senator comes up to me, and I'm not going to mention any names right now. And he's like, hey, no problems. Don't worry. How would you like to be chief of staff next year in my office? All right. So you think of like Monica Lewinsky. You think of everything you've been hearing the last how many years. It's all true. It's true. These people have no conscience. I questioned at like, what was I, 22? I think when I was in Albany. The first thing we had to do was take a sexual harassment class. I remember going home to my dad, afterwards, on the weekends. And I was like eating dinner, and I'm like, Dad, why on earth do I have to take a sexual harassment class to intern in Albany? Does this seem right? And my father, in his wisdom, he was like, well, they're just looking out for themselves. And I'm like, well, who's looking out for us? The class is for us. Why do we have to work? Who goes to any job and worries about sexual harassment? Unless, of course, they're strippers or something like that. I mean, seriously, a big chance for a kid to go working in well, I have worked in Manhattan already. I had interned with other people trying to get on council, some lower members, and nothing could have prepared me for Albany and how ridiculously strange, creepy it was. And the few things I was asked and a few things others were asked, and the stories that I remember, and the stories I will say it this way. I had been pretty much almost complete with my political science bachelor's. So that would have been 3.5 years. I think I needed like one more class, literally one more class. And I went home and I changed my major to the arts, which has always been a big part of my life anyhow. So, but I just wanted you guys to realize that the Monica Lewinsky shit, it's real. This whole sex slush fund, it's real. The the sex trafficking, the child trafficking, these people are sick. They're out of their minds. All right. I really wanted you guys to know that. I really want to share it. I don't know. I woke up in the middle of the night thinking of it. So it must have been on my mind. It must have been important. And I hope I shared some good information with you. Maybe you learned a thing or two too. All right. Love you guys. Take care.